He moves the goalpost every other day, it seems like. There have been about 5 different arguments, political arguments, most of them he's put forward, but all of them illegal because this is money Congress has appropriated to the project. It's sitting in an account waiting to be put to work. We have about 1,000 workers whose jobs are imperiled today, about 100,000 over time. And so we took Trump to court. We won. There is that restraining order. They've got to start spending the money. It's time for workers to go back to work.
That was New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill on our show yesterday discussing her state's lawsuit filed jointly with New York against the Trump administration over the release of funding for construction of the Gateway Tunnel. A federal judge on Friday ordered the White House to unfreeze the money before putting a hold on that order yesterday to give an appeals court time to consider an emergency request filed by the federal government. And joining us now is Jack Schlossberg. He's running in the Democratic primary to represent New York's 12th congressional district, which includes Penn Station, where the Gateway Tunnel would connect. Congressman Jerry Nadler is retiring at the end of his term. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about RFK Jr. and your campaign. So it's good to have you here. But first, I think for all of us, we would like to say just how moved we all are by the passing of Tatiana and her incredible legacy. And we're so sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I love her so much, and she taught me a lot. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Joe, we followed her story so closely, and how the family managed through this, and it's incredibly painful. And her incredible piece that she wrote, in part about the problems we are facing as a country in terms of funding for these scientific innovations to try and stop these cancers.
Right. Yeah, an extraordinary legacy, and we were so moved by the strength of the family, so moved by her story and the message she sent out. Jack, I want to ask you about the campaign, though. Why don't we start first of all with the Penn Station being renamed Trump Station, if only that will happen, that maybe people in New York can get what they are legally entitled to get. I mean, how preposterous is that, first of all? And secondly, what would you do as a member of Congress to push that funding to make sure it happened?
We have to get that funding to support that. It's a critical infrastructure project, the Gateway project. That corridor supports about 20% of the country's GDP. And the president is playing politics. If it's good for New York, the president's against it. You can bet on that. And we got to win back the House of Representatives, the Democratic Party does, so we can fight for these funding projects and we can deliver for New York 12, which is where I'm from, born and raised here. And we need to get that funding so the Gateway project can continue.
Yeah, Jack, what would be some of your other priorities? I know a lot of people are concerned about affordability. They can't afford groceries. They can't afford their rent. Their health care is skyrocketing. What are you hearing out on the campaign trail, first of all? And secondly, from what you're hearing on the campaign trail, what would you take from your constituents' messages to you, to Congress, to push for?
Well, affordability is the top concern that I hear from so many people that I meet in the district. I put forward several plans that I think could help address that. One of them has been very well received. It's called the Standard Renters Deduction. It's a plan I put forward that would allow renters to deduct a portion of their rent from their federal income taxes, just like a mortgage interest payment works. I've also come out with a plan to help lower the cost of food and clothes. And public safety, Joe. Public safety is also a concern I hear a lot about, especially, again, with the rise of anti-Semitism here in New York and around the world. I put forward a plan to double the funding for the Nonprofit Security Grant Program, which provides much-needed funding for houses of worship to invest in security upgrades. So I hear a lot of people are struggling in New York 12 to see if they can afford to live here, raise a family here, healthcare, education, childcare, just like you said. But people are also sick and tired of being sick and tired of this president, and they want to send a new generation to Congress that knows how to fight and also how to win because we need to deliver. This is our last chance to stop Trump. If we don't win this election and Democrats don't take back the House, we will not get another chance to stop Trump. And we don't know what comes at the other side of that. So a lot of people in this district are very concerned about stopping Trump right now.
Really?
Jack, good morning. It's great to see you. I add my condolences about your wonderful sister, Tatiana. I want to ask you about politics and why you decided to run. I mean, it's an ugly business, as you know, it can be. You have a lot going for you in life. You've got a law degree and an MBA. You could be doing anything you want to be doing right now. What is it about this moment in America, this moment in New York City that made you jump into the fight?
Well, this district is where I was born and raised. My family has lived here for 5 generations. And America is turning 250 years old this year. And I'm a spiritual person, and I think it's coming at this moment for a reason. We're at a crossroads. And I ask myself, as I consider where we are today, and in light of where we came from, what happened? In the past, people believed in the federal government. People believed the federal government was competent. That's how we sent a man to the moon. That's how the greatest generation defeated fascism all over the world and strengthened civil rights here at home. The president and the Republican Party today, they win when nobody believes in anything. And people have stopped believing. I'm running right now because I still believe in politics. I still believe politics is a noble profession, and I still believe in a future that looks way better than the present moment we're living through.
You know, your district obviously has a lot of school children in it, from stem to stern, from the top of the district to the bottom of the district. A lot of school kids who go to school each and every day with different mixtures of people. Tell us what you think about your cousin, the Secretary of Health, and his position on vaccines that many of these children will not receive.
He's a dangerous person who's in charge of life and death decisions. And as ridiculous as some of the claims and entertaining that they might be, it's all fun when you're designing a new food pyramid. But when people are dying of measles, this is serious business. People are not getting vaccinated. They rescinded the recommendation to get a hepatitis B vaccine for newborns. Why? I want to know, I want Democrats to win back the House so that we have control of the Judiciary Committee because of one word, subpoena. I want to know who is paying for the words that are coming out of his mouth, because they're not backed by science.
So, Jack, you are, as we mentioned earlier, being endorsed in the race by former Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi. In a statement, Pelosi says you possess a unique ability to navigate the digital and the classical political worlds in ways that can get things done for people. And one thing that Speaker Pelosi did once she was in that post was try to hold Trump accountable. You mentioned the word subpoena. She certainly, when the Dems had the House in his first term, used it. There were impeachment proceedings as well. Are those things that you would support for the president?
Absolutely. We've seen criminal behavior on a level and corruption on a level that we've never seen before in American history. And unless Democrats win back the House and we investigate those crimes, then it's all going to go unanswered. And we cannot let that be the standard. I'm so proud to have Speaker Pelosi endorse our campaign. She's a hero of mine. She's the backbone of the Democratic Party. She has spent her life working for working families, healthcare, education, childcare, for the environment and civil rights. And I sat down with her and I told her about my plans for New York 12 and our campaign. And she's got great political instincts and she believes we can win.
All right. Well, keep us posted on how it's going. It's great to have you in here. Democratic candidate for Congress in New York, Jack Schlossberg. Thank you so much for joining us today. And still ahead